Captioning is creepy.
Good evening and welcome to the 16th season of New York Theater Barn's award-winning New Work series. I'm Joe Barros, and I'm the Artistic Director of New York Theater Barn.
And I'm Hector Flores Jr., and I'm the President of Theater Barn Records.
Thank you. Tonight we are live with an intimate audience here at the Robert Moss Theater in downtown New York City, plus a virtual global audience. Hey, everybody at home. In our commitment to accessibility and inclusion, tonight's presentation includes ASL interpreters and open captioning from our friends at Inclusive Communication Services. Tonight's ASL interpreters are Aaron M. and Felix R., and the cart captioner is Emily Nicholson. Support for open captioning is provided in part by TDF, that's the Theater Development Fund. For the past 16 years, New York Theater Barn has created an inclusive home for original culture-shifting musicals during incubation. Since 2007, we've been providing space, funding, and a safe opportunity to experiment in front of live audiences, often for the first time.
For artists, the support of New York Theater Barn means investment in process. For audiences, we offer a glimpse inside the blueprint of original musicals being developed in real time. We serve underrepresented artists and audiences in our commitment to anti-racist equity and anti-oppression ideology.
We believe that there is no formula for musical theater except authenticity. Last month, we celebrated the 10th anniversary of our Choreography Lab, the only platform for choreographers and writers to collaborate on movement for new musicals during incubation. 3 choreographers each created a number from the new musical The Real Gemma Jordan, written by Anna K. Jacobs and Rob Rookie. This past summer, we continued our partnership with the Fire Island Pines Arts Project on the 2nd season of our summer residency for original musicals in development on Fire Island, Barn on Fire, and we're so happy to have Nicole LaFontaine here with us tonight, who is our producer with us on that. Again, Tony Award-winning director-choreographer Jerry Mitchell served as mentor to the residency, which included the new musicals The Bubble, written by Janine McGuire and Ari Lawton-Simon, Coming Soon, written by Rachel Lark and directed by Rachel Dart, King of Pangea, written by Martin Storrow and directed by Richard Israel, and Truth Future Bachman's Skyward and Endling Elegy, directed by Jalen Livingston, the youngest Black director on Broadway in history.
Last Friday, Theater Barn Records released a concept EP of Jesse Sanchez's Sueños, Our American Musical. And it's now available wherever you stream music. Featuring Lady Hanau, Robbie Hager, Chris Carrasco, and more, Sueños tells the untold story of 3 generations of a Mexican-American family in their pursuit of the American dream. This original musical celebrates Latina people and cultures while weaving our stories into the fabric of the American musical theater.
Sueños was recently featured on Sirius XM Broadway Radio and has been developed through each of New York Theater Barn's core programs over the past 4 years. Later in tonight's program, we'll show you a video of one of the songs from the album as it was being recorded in the studio.
And on November 10th, Theater Barn Records will release an original cast album of Xena, Warrior Musical. Featuring Jen Colella, El Morgan Lee, Tilly Von Jones, and Ben Rivera. I love it. Written by SCBCA and Nathan Rose, with iconic characters inspired by the hit 90s television series Xena Warrior Princess, the new musical explores a queer love story from its narrative to its world.
And on November 13th, we'll be celebrating 16 years of incubating original culture-shifting musicals with our fall gala at the Museum of Broadway. In addition to museum tours, a reception and live performances featuring American Idol's Alyssa Ray will be honoring writer Jariah Kwame and New York Theater Barn's own managing director, Kate Trammell. Tonight, we'll take you inside the blueprint of 2 original musicals currently in development. We'll present a short excerpt of each show, followed by a conversation with the writers. We found that speaking in community with musical theater writers and their creative teams inevitably deepens the understanding of what a musical is and can be, and celebrates the unique process that goes into creating each original story. Our first musical tonight is Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero has book and lyrics by Dory Clark and music by Marie Incontrera.
Absolute Zero is the lowest temperature known to humanity. It's just a theoretical construct that never actually has been reached, until now, by terrorists. So when the CIA's top agent, sexy lesbian Lothario Sam Knight, is called in to investigate, she never expected that in order to save humanity, she'd have to excavate her own past. Fueled by a contemporary pop, rock, and jazz score, Absolute Zero is a taut, funny musical thriller written for a cast of all-female and gender non-conforming performers.
Tonight's presentation is directed by Deb Mondarian with music direction by Marie Incontrera. The cast of musicians featured in the presentation are Jen Anaya, LaDonna Burns, Zena Ellis, Corey Jasker, Mackenzie Mai, JWB, John Herron, Will Shishmanian, Billy Smolin, and Marie Incontrera. Here is Absolute Zero.
CIA headquarters. Images of chaos and destruction are projected against the wall. Chief snaps a remote and the images cease.
How the hell did this happen?
Chief hits a buzzer and Edith walks in.
Who are you?
Ma'am, I'm Edith.
And who are you, Edith? Where is Sam Knight?
She's out. I'm her new assistant. I just started last week.
Great. Edith, I need you to go find Sam Knight immediately.
I get to do that?
Yes. Tell her it's an urgent situation and she's to take the first flight to Paris tomorrow morning.
Ma'am, may I ask what happened? Sam will want to know, otherwise she might not listen to me.
Fine. You'll hear soon enough on the news. There was a terrorist attack in Paris, Edith. The River Seine was frozen solid and the entire metro system was disabled. All the machinery instantly froze and destroyed too. No casualties. This was a warning that there's more to come.
Ma'am, how is it even possible to freeze a river and an entire subway system instantly?
The temperature reached negative 273 degrees Celsius.
Yes, ma'am, that'll do it.
It's not just the number, Edith. It's what it represents. Absolute zero. That's the coldest temperature known to humanity. Until yesterday, every scientist in the world thought absolute zero was just a theory. Nothing you could attain in the real world. But apparently you can. It's one of the most groundbreaking scientific discoveries in history. And now it's in the hands of a terrorist. Sam Knight may be the most irritating agent I've ever worked with, but she may be the only one that can stop this. These jackasses at Interpol certainly can't. And that's why you have to find her and get her on the next flight to Paris.
On it, ma'am.
The ensemble takes the stage in dark suits as they manifest their spycraft. Washington, D.C.
Let's make it another round. There you are! I've been looking for you everywhere. The agency needs you on the first flight out to Paris tomorrow.
Thanks.
Don't you need to go get packed or something? Or want to know what this is about? Chief told me.
You're new, and I know this is all very exciting, but I live out of a go bag. You don't have to worry about it. When you look desperate, our nation prospects bleak. That's when they call me every day of the week. When criminals are towering, the havoc they will wreak. They call them night every day of the week.
Evil never wins.
London, then Duluth. Thursday, chaos everywhere. Bombs exploding, no one's spared. Friday, stuck the next one for the toast of that. It's time for Saturday, let's have one more. Sunday, it's pussy galore.
Sam, if I don't bring you home now, I think I might get fired.
Edith, bring the list out. Just come and take a seat here. I'll show you my technique. Whiskey for my friend every day of the week. People's on the loose.
The battle must be won, so Sam, come along. We need you and you're gone.
Microphone seated, and I've got a wicked streak. Villains running scared every day of the week. Every day. Every day of the week.
So you're ready to go?
I'm ready.
Sam's apartment the next morning. Edith enters with coffee.
Good morning! Sam? It's nearly 6. Are you almost ready? The car is... Oh! Hello! I'm Edith. We met last night. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. I mean, still here besides Sam.
Well,
of
we
course.
were up awfully late. I'm Lauren. Smells good.
Fine. I haven't had any yet. Germ-free.
The kindness of strangers. Thank you, Edith. Delicious. You are an awfully hard worker getting up this early.
I try. The second week on the job, so I guess I have to make a good impression.
I admire industry. Are you making good impressions? Because you're doing it on me. I like your style, Edith.
I see you two have gotten acquainted.
She seems like a lovely person. An interesting person. But Sam, you need to go very soon or you'll be late.
Don't you mean Wayne?
You mean I'm invited?
Edith, you're my assistant. I'm gonna need you there. That's not a problem, is it?
No, of course not. It's just,
What?
Sam, I haven't been in the field before.
Well, you covered the basics in training. You'll be fine.
Sam, there's something I should probably tell you. Since I was young, I had a big dream. Saving the world, nothing extreme. I went to Langley to learn all I could. I'd catch the bad guys, I'd be so good.
Edith, why are you telling me this?
There's something you should know. Sam, I studied everything. I knew I'd pass the test. I wanted nothing more. I'd do better than the rest.
Edith, I appreciate your trip down memory lane, but what's the point of all of this? You said that there's the plane.
Sam, I don't know how to tell you this really isn't fun, but I'm a data analyst. I can't shoot a gun. What?
You're joking, right?
I know it sounds surprising that I'm a data nerd. You and me in Paris, it really sounds absurd.
You can't shoot a gun at all.
Technically, I got an 11 out of 100. I'm very good on the history of firearms. I can't believe it. I've waited my entire life for this opportunity. Now I'm probably getting ready.
Look, Edith, it's non-traditional, but you're smart. You'll learn. Edith, it's your dream job, and sometimes dreams come true. You'll just analyze all the things you need to do. Let's be clear, I need the help. There's a lot to do in France. Edith, it's your moment. I'm giving you a chance.
You really would be willing to invite the data nerd?
Edith, you'll be fine. And yes, I give my word. Just FYI, though, I think data analyst might be better personal branding.
Right. Absolutely. A data nerd. A data nerd. I'll treat my dreams shaken. I never will be stirred. A data nerd. Paris, here I come.
Did I hear Paris?
I saw the impression she made on you, you should invite her.
Oh, I do not want to intrude. Absolutely not. I understand boundaries, and you two obviously are very good friends. And is that even allowed? Because in Chapter 17, Section 40,
First
verse
of all, Edith, one night doesn't mean we're that good friends. And second, in our line of work, you make your own rules. That's the only way to survive. Go.
Lauren, we need to leave for the airport now, but you could come to Paris with us if you want, if you hurry.
Oh, you make an offer a girl can't resist, Edith. I'll be ready in 2 shakes of the lamb's tail.
Arriving in Paris, as the romance between Lauren and Edith blossoms, Sam is arrested by Interpol officers who accuse her of orchestrating the terrorist attack. In a bid to find the truth and free Sam, Lauren and Edith visit the Louvre, where they discover the criminal mastermind and her assistant. Elsa, you said you would stop, that you just wanted to get people's attention. This isn't you. How can you even talk about using absolute zero to hurt people?
Calvin, you just don't get it. This is all part of the plan to address the real problem.
What do you mean? I thought you were trying to make a statement about the role of science in society.
That's only half the story, Calvin. I couldn't let you in on it before, but now our full plan is coming to fruition. And the truth is, when the world freezes, it'll be because of the actions of one woman who made a very, very bad mistake. I was working in my lab, my nose was stuck in books. I used to be all brains, and someone saw my looks. Oh, I was so naive, just dreaming of my night, remembering her kiss, a rapturous delight. I felt the charge when she entered the room, a chemical reaction, a supersonic boom. I thought that it was love, the difference she spawned. I gave my heart to her, my word is my bond. I learned it was a lie the night she slunk away, so quiet out the door. She never planned to stay, so all that I have left, my beaker full of pride. I'll turn the world to ice and watch my heart inside.
Scientist Elsa, there's so much good that you, that absolute zero can do in the world. This is madness.
I believe in science, Kelvin, more than you can ever imagine. They said it can't be done. Just watch this bar and cross the temperature at 0. Go ahead and stop. The world will feel my charge when I walk in a room. A chemical reaction, the world will be true. I thought that it was love, but me, I got kind. To me, a pledge is real. My word is my bond. My word, it is my bond. I'll never break a vow. Some night I will destroy you, starting here and now. Kelvin, I appreciate your concern for the welfare of my soul, but there are more of you where you came from.
Elsa flips a switch, activating the absolute zero machine and freezing Kelvin solid.
That's so satisfying.
Interpol jail, where Sam is locked up.
How'd you get here?
When your top agent gets arrested, it's not a bad idea to hop on a plane. Sam, I sent you to fix the problem, not cause more of them.
I didn't get much of a chance. They grabbed me the minute I stepped off the plane. They said they have footage of me coming out of the Paris metro yesterday. Have you seen it?
Looks a lot like you.
Well, obviously it's not.
We're working on it. But Sam, regardless of all this, you haven't been at your best lately.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, Sam, I know it's been hard for you since Terry.
I'm fine, okay? Everything you ask me to do, I do.
Sam, when someone you love dies...
Do we have to talk about this? It's been 3 years, Chief. I never missed a day of work, not one. What more do you want from me, Dr. Freud?
Okay, Sam, okay. I hear you. The stakes are too high on this for any of us to make mistakes. We have no margin for error. With absolute zero, it could mean the end of us all. So I need you on top of your game, Sam. It's an insults cannon. To call your methods loose, you throw out the rule book, yet somehow you produce. And I want results. Don't blame me, Sam, I'm not worried about you. The thing that sent me drinking is a few more than a few. And I want results.
So I play hard when I'm off the clock. Let's go fly, let's keep order long. You'll get results when you get me out. You get results.
Sam, your success is my success. I believe in you, but don't fuck me up or we'll be living in illusion. And I want results.
You think I don't know that? I'm an achiever like you. I'll practice case. I need to be free from this wretched place. I get results. I get results.
I need you to hear me and get it through your head. In the field, you're a superstar, but you and I both know how you are. And I want results. Stop with the women, stop with the booze. Right now, Sam, there's too much to lose. And I want results.
Fine. Yes, I like women. Yes, I like to drink. There's no one else we'd rather call when we're on the brink. I get results.
I want results.
I get results.
I want results.
I get results.
I want results. And we need results.
An officer unceremoniously releases Sam from jail.
That was fast. Was that like a manifesting thing or?
Sam, we did it. We got you out. We brought your phone to Interpol, and you need to see it. We recorded it late last night at the Louvre.
You were that desperate to avoid the crowd.
I like the wrath of Medusa as much as the next girl, but we were here to stop terrorists. One, I was an art history major. Just take a look.
My word! It is my bond. I'll never break a vow. Sam Knight! I will destroy you. Starting here and no. Oh shit. So you know her?
Unfortunately, I do. She used to be a brilliant chemistry professor at Barnard College. We were briefly involved. Her name is Elsa von Braun.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. It's just, her name is Elsa, and she's trying to freeze things.
I know, Edith, I know. We just have to let it go. And then stop her.
Sydney, Australia, an upscale hotel room.
You better be right, Sam, making us come all the way to Australia.
She'll be here, Chief.
I know it. Why Sydney?
Because it was special to her. She always wanted me to see it.
Always? Didn't we only spend like a night with her?
Sometimes the ladies move fast, Edith.
Well, if she's playing out some kind of psychodrama, There have to be other clues. What else did she like? What else did she talk about?
A lot of things. She spent a year here doing a postdoc. She liked flat whites. She liked avocado toast. She even liked Vegemite.
We're not taking her to brunch, Sam.
She really liked was that the Sydney Opera House, the most iconic building in Australia. If she wants to take down the continent, she's starting there.
Then that's where we'll start too.
Lauren, why don't you stay for a minute?
Sure, what's up?
How'd she do it, Lauren?
What do you mean? Sam, is this something about Edith?
No, not Edith. Elsa. I've been watching you. No, even from the beginning, Lauren, I knew something was off. Why do you think I invited you to Paris? I wanted to see exactly what you do. So, how did Elsa get you on her side?
Finally, you get it. About time, Sam. You're such a lousy spy. Just show you tits and curves. You never even guess what. It's all that you deserve. You're good with guns and girls. You live your life with birds. So nimble under pressure, but you'll get what you deserve. Talk about karma, Sam. How everything comes around. It's all about justice, Sam. See, now that's what I found. Numbers coming up. I say without reserve, because you're on the brink, Sam, all that you deserve.
Lauren whips out a gun on someone.
Elsa was my thesis advisor at Barnard and my mentor. I saw what you did to her back then, and I never forgave you. We teamed up nights and weekends to discover Absolute Zero. We knew that we would change the world, and punishing you was a cherry on top.
And here, I thought you were an art history major.
Double major, asshole. Now your time has come, a pleasure to observe. Let's watch you bleed and calm down. That's what, that's what, that's what, that's what, that's what you deserve.
So Edith, that was nothing. You used her and threw her away. Sounds a lot like me, Lauren.
Don't bring her into this. You have a lot of nerve. She suffered for your sins, Sam, for how you always been, Sam, a battle you can't win, Sam. You get one, 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 you
Sam and Lauren scuffle, knocking the gun away. Edith picks it up.
No, Lauren, you do.
Edith shoots Lauren in the leg, wounding her.
Edith, great job, but let me have the gun.
No, Sam. I can handle this one. You were the one who encouraged me to go hunt Elsa down in the Louvre. To clear Sam's name.
How else do you think we'd get Sam to come to Elsa? You can't kill her if she's locked up by Interpol.
None of it was real.
Edith, you're a nice girl, but not a blessed word.
Lauren lunges for the gun, and Edith shoots her again. Dead.
Edith, are you okay?
I
guess. It had to be done. All part of the job, eh? Suppose that's what you've been trying to teach me.
I wish I didn't have to. That was brave. To do the thing that you never wanted to have to do.
I loved her so much, Sam. I feel like I killed a part of myself. Have you ever had to do that?
No, not like that. But I lost someone once.
What happened?
Her name was Terry. We'd just gotten married. I loved her so much. She was a civilian. I'd been working a case, international drug trafficking, nothing special. And apparently they wanted to take revenge. So they wired up my car to explode when I opened the door. But it wasn't me in the car that day. I wish it were.
Sam, I'm so sorry.
I wanted to do anything, not to feel the way I did. Drinking, women. Edith, this is so hard. But you can make a different choice.
The Sydney Opera House. Elsa is on stage with an array of lab equipment making preparations. Sam emerges from the dark.
Not so fast, Elsa.
Sam Knight. The Opera House is majestic, isn't it? I remember the first time I saw Carmen here. Women certainly can lead us astray and then betray us.
Maybe I should say the same, since your henchwoman has been keeping such close tabs on us.
Oh, you finally found out about Warren.
Gold star for you, super spy.
I'll admit it, I expect you to keep you occupied this afternoon.
I'm afraid the only thing Lauren's occupying right now is a wooden box. You didn't. You couldn't.
The brightest light, Sam. The most brilliant student I've ever had. Do you realize what you've done? Of course you don't. Earls before swine. The glorious things that woman could have created.
It wasn't Sam who killed her, Elsa. It was me.
You little runt! Oh, you'll be the first to freeze. You inconsequential gnat.
You installed the clapper in the Sydney Opera House.
It was a scientific discovery ahead of its time.
They tussle and Elsa captures Edith. She flees to the roof of the Opera House with Sam in pursuit.
Elsa, it doesn't have to end this way. Can we talk about this?
Kind of late to talk, but thanks for asking, Sam. Nice of you to try and pretend you give a damn. At every chance, I waited by the phone. Your call never came. I found myself alone, and now I can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop now. Try to save your mini-me, your rancid little friend. She took away my student's life, now she meets her end. Don't you let her go, and don't you miss the shot. Trust me, I'll be fine, but Elsa must be hot. Oh, Edith! I can't stop, won't stop. Nothing can stop me now. Nothing can stop me now. Sam, I brought you all this way to Paris, to Sydney, around the world, because I needed to see you. What'll it be, Sam? Let's see you make me stop. Don't you want to try to come and be my top? Just tell me, please, where's no, I can't do that. Fine, just try to take me down. You can stop the freeze, feel it on your face like a bitter winter breeze. No, I can't stop, won't stop. Nothing can stop me now. 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 The problem with you is you never knew what was good for you. All you ever do is destroy things. Like Terry, right? I guess Australia's next.
What did you just say?
Oh, Sam, come on now. You remember Terry? The one with the untimely demise?
I never told you about Terry.
Never. You didn't need to. You thought you seduced me? Sam might. Just an innocent little chemistry professor. Well, I was an innocent little chemistry professor. I've always known how to get things done. You blamed the poor little drug lord, Sam. But it was me. It was always me!
You're insane.
Oh, contraire, as the Parisians like to say when they're not frozen solid. It was the perfect plan for our perfect happiness. Your only mistake, Sam Knight, was leaving, and that, I'm afraid, is inexcusable.
Elsa releases Edith and kicks her down the roof of the opera house towards Sam. She pulls herself up onto a helicopter rope and waves.
Au revoir, Sam Knight!
To her horror, it's Chief who is piloting the helicopter.
Bonjour, Elsa!
Good day, mate.
Bondi Beach, 2 days later, Chief and Sam are having a cocktail.
So you took Elsa's equipment and formulas and you handed them over to the Union of Concerned Scientists.
Chief, we don't need any country having that kind of power. You can't take a chance from one administration to the next. You know it was the right thing to do.
Well, of course I do. But try explaining that to the president. You really fucked me over. You're impossible. The next round's on you. And the one after that.
Excuse me for a minute. Edith, can I talk to you? How are you doing? I'm good. Thanks, Sam. I needed to clear my head a little after everything that happened, but I'm glad to be here. And Elsa's never gonna see the light of day again. The world is safe from absolute zero. Edith, I just want to say, the right woman is out there for you, and she's not a terrorist.
Same for you, Sam. Same for you.
Edith, congratulations. Your service has been exemplary. I want you to continue assisting Sam, but I'm offering you a promotion to deputy agent.
Yes! I mean, what do I need to do?
Just keep helping Sam and keep her out of trouble. You drive me crazy, Sam, but you did it right. You did it right. Good day, mate.
The full cast gathers to walk down Bondi Beach.
Absolute, absolute zero. Never doubt a woman who's got an iron will.
Tell her that you can't, she'll always try to kill.
Scientific breakthrough, impossible to reach, but somehow Elsa managed. She nearly froze his speech.
Colder than you've ever felt. Ice so thick it never melts. The world stops spinning, we're beginning to hiss. Absolute zero. Absolute zero. Absolute zero. Absolute zero.
The scale of her ambition, shocking to behold.
You gotta give me credit. I really brought the code.
Forget your thoughts, chill your blood.
The world stops spinning, we're beginning to hit absolute zero, absolute, absolute zero, absolute zero, absolute zero.
Another bullet, we live another day. When May rises up, that night is on the way.
How do? Coming next fall, Sam Knight and friends in A Night to Remember.
Absolute, absolute, absolute zero. Absolute, absolute, absolute zero.
All right. I start dancing in my seat to that. I saw you dancing too, right there.
Oh yeah, absolute zero.
All right, and now here are the writers of Absolute Zero, Joy Clark and Marie Contreras. All right, this is Joy, this is Marie. When you first sent New York Theater One your show Absolute Zero, your artistic statement began like this. When Dory was 7 years old, her parents took her to see A View to Kill, somewhere between the opening ski chase sequence and the final blimp showdown atop the Golden Gate Bridge. She was hooked. Of course, James Bond was a man and British and heterosexual. No matter. Nothing is off limits, and we create the world we want. That's been our collective philosophy as we seek to create innovative and meaningful musical theater. The best art, we believe, threads the needle between respecting and acknowledging tradition and pushing its boundaries. That got me so excited about this piece and these writers. Dory, you began your musical career as a folk rock singer. You produced a Grammy-winning jazz album. You're a Wall Street Journal best-selling author. You're a consultant and keynote speaker, and you teach executive education at Columbia Business School. You've been described by the New York Times as an expert at self-reinvention and helping others make changes in their lives. You also, like me, like soup and salad. We have shared 2 meals together and got the exact same meal both times. Marie, you are also a supreme multi-hyphenate with a career as a composer, music director, producer, and CEO and founder of In Contrara Consulting. For 5 years, you were one of a handful of female big band leaders in the world, shepherding a 15-piece, almost entirely male avant-garde big band in shows around the country and in New York City, everywhere from Joe's Pub to Carnegie Hall. You also wrote an award-winning opera, which was hailed by the New York Times for its deftly woven jazz and gospel elements. You both represent so many sectors of the arts and the business world, so why musical theater, why this medium, and why now?
So I'll tackle this. In 2016, I went to see Fun Home, as many of you probably did, and I was honestly so inspired by it. I decided that I needed to write musical theater, and I needed to make that my primary medium. It's incredibly powerful what seeing yourself and seeing some kind of mirror of your experience can do. I am almost embarrassed to say that I didn't even realize until seeing Fun Home that I hadn't seen such a thing. And once it was there, it clicked in so forcefully, I realized that I needed to participate and do more of it. And I harassed Marie into joining me.
I didn't have to twist my arm very much. For me, musical theater is about creating a world, and that's really exciting as a musician, as a composer. I don't have to just write music, I get to participate in building something that doesn't already exist, and that's what we've aimed to do with Absolute Zero.
Awesome. Speaking of Fun Home, I'll never see a Ring of Keys the same again. How did you come to collaborate, and why the spy genre with a twist?
So as you were mentioning, Joe, I've been a huge James Bond fan since I was young. I've seen every James Bond movie. I do have opinions about it. Feel free to come up afterwards. And, I really wanted to help, along with Marie, create the world that we wanted to live in and participate in. It has been a long-standing dream come true to be able to showcase a world where women are able to do those things and to be as fun and talented and competent and sexy, and in the case of Elsa, deranged as anybody else. And being part of that has been really amazing. Marie was one of the very first people that I met when I moved to New York in 2014, and I was so impressed with her as a jazz musician, and getting to work with her has really been incredible.
Thank you. Cool. Well, you kind of already answered this question, but I'll ask you and see if there's anything else. Your work centers around reclaiming both stories and genres that have been written off or deemed out of bounds. You've also created and modeled a world in which women and transgender non-conforming people have access to full, unbridled range of human behaviors and emotions. Why is this work and the storytelling so important to you?
For me, writing a story that centers femme and trans and gender non-conforming actors means that we get to embody all roles, and we can't have queer liberation in theater without having us in every single role on the stage. So that's what we aim to do, and I think we had a lot of fun.
Awesome, great answer. What does your collaboration look like in practice? What is your process?
Dory's incredibly patient with me. I send a lot of voice memos, and we actually do a lot over the phone. We actually started writing this in August of 2020 when nobody was gathering in person. So we started remotely, and we've remained remote. And we sort of have a shorthand together, so it's been really effective for us to collaborate efficiently that way.
One of the nicest things is Marie and I have been good friends, personal friends, for 5 years before we even started writing theater together. So I think we really have a kind of instinctual understanding of how the other person operates, which is really wonderful.
It's like a relationship, like any relationship, almost even deeper than like a love relationship. Tonight was the first time that you've heard your show with an orchestration, and you did a beautiful job. What was it like to experience another layer of the world that you're building?
It was awesome. It was so much fun. When you reached out and said, oh, by the way, you have the option to have a band, I was like, I'm going to make this happen. And I think we were in the right place for the show because we sort of have a lot of consensus on what the world looks like and sounds like now. So it was a really good time to add in the band and really start to feel what that feels like.
Awesome. They were terrific. The show had a reading at the York Theatre Company earlier this year, which I saw and enjoyed, also directed by my incredible friend Deb Bondarian. Let's clap for her. Deb is the Associate Artistic Director of Prospect Theatre Company, that other amazing theater company, and also was the former Artistic Director of Astoria Performing Arts Center, has done some incredible new musicals and revivals of major note, and we're so thrilled to have Deb a part of this. So the show had a reading at the York Theatre Company earlier this year, directed by Deb, and has been supported by NMI, musicalwriters.com, and the Apples and Oranges Arts Theater Accelerator. What is next for Absolute Zero?
So we're very excited that in spring of 24, we're going to be having a production at Ohio Wesleyan University. And so we're so excited. Oh, thank you. We're so excited to see a fully staged version of the show and continue to develop it and move it forward. And of course, we are excited to develop it beyond that. So if anyone here is interested in having conversations about any facet of that, please come talk to me and Marie in your program that actually has our email address, absolutezeromusical@gmail.com. Shoot us a note.
And if you're at home watching and you want to reach out as well, you just heard the email address. And if you're at home watching 5 years later from now, you can still reach out because the email address probably works. And if it doesn't, you can email me, joe@nytheaterbrine.org, and that's theater with an R. Thank you very much. And let's give it up for the writers of Absolute Zero.
Alright, keeping things moving right along. And now here's a video of the cast of Sueños, Our American Musical, laying down their vocals for They Will See in the recording studio. The song features Chris Carrasco, Robbie Hager, Naceli Vega, and Courtney Wilson. Take a look.
Watch my melody float across the sky, soaring only where stars shine. With each measure I write and I write, composing on every page. I can feel the lights gleaming on me. I can hear the flutes playing, singing birds in a cage I need to set free. My own symphony. And I will be so much more that can break through the door. Yes, I will be so much more. People shouting encore, and they will sing. They will sing. I'm the first to play a note in tune, first to graduate in June. I am strumming to a different beat. I won't be my own defeat. What if I never touch the ground? What if I could leave this town, dreaming of fame and glory, a chance to write my story. And I will be so much more. I can break through the door. Yes, I will be so much more. People shouting encore, and they will sing. They will sing. Come on, everyone has a dream. Yo, Jaimito, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The first Mexicano president of the United States.
Bam. Desiree?
Environmental scientist. Ban plastic bags.
Booyah! Francesca, your turn.
This is so childish.
Come on! I know we just met, but I know you've got something in there. Promise to leave you alone after you tell us.
Fine. A painter like my mom before she died. Happy?
I got it! You can design the artwork on my first album!
You're weird.
And we can be so much more. We can break through the door. Yes, we will be so much more. People shouting encore. They will sing the rhythm we need. And they will sing what we're meant to be. For so long we have been nothing, but music will make me something. That's how they'll see.
Awesome, I hope you enjoyed that video. We're so excited about that album, and Sueños, our American musical, is now available wherever you stream music. Our second musical tonight is Lighthouse. Lighthouse has book and lyrics by Abs Wilson and music by Veronica Mansour. Yeah! Lighthouse is a six-women, fourth-wall-breaking pop country musical following our unreliable narrator, Bus, an 18-year-old girl who wants nothing more than to escape her small Minnesota town. But what Bus really wants to escape? Herself, and everything she fears she can become. With a cast of characters ranging from ages 18 to 73, Lighthouse explores anxiety and OCD, the lives of women in rural conservative communities, and what it means to be yourself for the rest of your life. Ultimately, Lighthouse celebrates the idea that maybe, just maybe, every version of yourself is worth being. The presentation is directed by Susanna Wolk, with music direction by Davey Maglione. And the cast and musicians include Kirsten Anderson, Jane Bruce, Mylinda Hull, Morgan Riley, Katie Thompson, Darcy Hingula, Morgan Parker, Will Shishmanian, Mohan Ritsama, Nate Lewick, and Veronica Mansour.
it's cold, it's so goddamn cold. It's cold, it's cold, so goddamn cold, so goddamn, goddamn cold. It's cold for me, baby. It's cold, it's cold, it's so cold, it's so cold, so goddamn cold. Shoveling snow, just me at home. My neighbors say, doing it on your own again today. No, I don't have a husband. No, I don't want a husband. My neighbors have got me buried, and there's nothing more depressing than February. Please don't ask me why I can't just leave. When over the she's gonna see my dairy store. When it comes around, there needs more. My shop is for the tourists, all the tourists. Got that good that we can eat from the dairy, and I'm alone. And there's nothing more depressing than February, and I'm driving on and on and on and on in the cornfields. I'm in an ocean that's on and on and on, and it gets less real. I'm in emotion, I'm a lighthouse speaker, but I don't know what I'm watching out for. 'Cause it goes on and on and on and on and on. I can take one day more. Oh, to the church fish fry. And you see what's in my eyes. We're lonely in disguise. Even when I was his husband, his stories, his time broken and cheap. About winter, when I want to get to splinter. How much more can I carry? Going along. There's nothing more depressing than February, and I'm driving on and on and on and on the cornfields. I'm in an ocean just on and on and on, and it gets less real. And my emotion, I'm a lighthouse keeper, but I don't know what I'm watching out for. 'Cause it goes on and on and on and on and on. I take one day more, just one day. I'm scared, and I'm alone, and I'm cold, and I'm dying, and I'm dying. Where am I
That's not my real name, but that is what you're gonna call me. And welcome to my show! Sponsored by New York Theater Bard and Playwrights Horizons! Thank you. Anyways, first off, say hello to Minnesota! Home to my town in the middle of cornfield nowhere. Nothing happens here except going to church and waiting to slip on an icy sidewalk and die. And while I would love to keep styling that look, next fall, I am going to college, which super easy, right? Except my mom has been all like,
"You're not going to college."
Yes, I am. I am so totally ready to go.
So we're just gonna pretend like that's not exactly what you said last year.
Yeah, well, maybe I just wanted to rock a sick-ass gap year first.
Well, what are your great plans then once you're out of here then?
I'll win at college and make millions.
That's not a plan. It just feels like another thing you're obsessing over.
No, I am not obsessing. God, she is such a liar. I don't do that. So, the plan, well, we only have about like 30-ish minutes, so to prep you for the next time we see each other in like the full-length version of Bus's Cool as Hell Adventures, I'm gonna introduce you to some of the people in this town, and then you will all understand that I don't belong here. My mom is totally wrong in trying to stop me, and I need to leave to find outside of this place who I really am. Okay, so first off, meet Church. The golden child who passive-aggressively bullied me so much in high school. When she graduated, the town raised money to send her on an evangelical mission to like Florida or something.
Why are you staring at me?
By the moment she returned home, she suddenly vanished and left town. I mean, sure, she eventually showed up again, but she hasn't settled since. I'm not staring.
Liar.
Why? Shut up!
Out of luck or runaway stuck, but ever since she flew the perch, she's been flaky at the church. So let's just call this information interesting. She's like hidden glares, she's like public prayers, and that's all I've ever known. She's like roundabout, she's like dead end bounce, and that's why I have to go. I think I know who I am, but I'm not like that. Gotta get out of the town that holds me back.
Next, meet Hot Dish. She's one of my closest friends, I think, and the nicest person in the world. But she's married to a youth pastor, has a child, and is only 21. Need I say more? Here's the coffee I bought you.
Hey, oh, thank you. Are you coming to the Cry Night service?
I don't cry. But Church is here, so she can go with you.
Wait, Church is coming? How is she?
Fine, I guess.
Deep down, her fears no doubt, but ever since her marriage weird, and church got kinda weird. So let's just call this information interesting.
Hey. Hey. 10,000 likes, my creepy grandma.
Bet you're thinking about how creepy I am.
She's a proud town pariah that loves only two things: chasing storms and being the only liberal adult in town. She likes to predict storms and hasn't been right about one yet.
Bad storm is coming. I feel it in my bones.
Well, maybe you need to get your bones checked.
Kind of storm that can change your life.
That doesn't sound super relevant in the full-length version of this.
Always out of the blue, but at least it's true. She doesn't like my mom, not liked by anyone.
Interesting.
She's like deadline flash, she's like Peter Pan glass, and that's all I've ever known. She's like ice not clear, she's like really weird, and that's why I have to go.
now is my neurologist and also my neighbor. She's this successful unmarried brain science lady who got loaded with brain science money, but she still decided to stay in the cornfields where she grew up. She's content to be here, and that's all I've ever known. Even when dreams disappear, she doesn't want to go. It's all endless drives, regret lies, all unmarked signs to a steady decline. Always winter time. Not like that. No, I'm not like that. No, I'll never be like that. Gotta get out of the town that holds us. Get out of the town that holds us. Get out of the town that holds me back. So, hot dish.
So, I've been thinking about leaving town and leaving my husband.
Oh, whoa. So you just leave behind everything?
If I had to, yeah. But you're trying to leave everything behind too, right, Liz?
Oh, totally. I mean, I would totally leave right now if my mom wasn't trying to stop me. Duh.
Yeah. It's like there's always people telling us what they think we should do, but I also know when I'm not. Yeah, I wanna be good and hard for a while. It was easy to prove. So then I understood, 'cause I was not being mine. And I wouldn't be living. Yeah, I wanna be safe. Being modest from the honest from his lips. That's my protection. And I love my faith, but even God must be the start. That's supposed to be affection. 'Cause the way he sees me makes me feel like purity. Yeah, the way he needs me makes me wish I was safe before maturity. The way she sees me, I feel like I own the sky. Oh yeah, it's not on high, all the way she sees me. Oh, the way she sees me, she doesn't have to try. And I never question why she sees me. Does it feel right? From what she likes, take a chance, take a stance. 'Cause I think I should be obeyed. 'Cause my purity did not protect me any easier to hold. The way she sees me makes me wanna be hers alone. The way she sees me, it feels like I matter more than I did before. Yeah, the way she sees me, yeah, the way she sees me, I'm ready to explore what he always ignored. She sees me. How can she see me that way? Do I deserve to be seen that way? Do I keep on waiting, or am I brave enough? Good enough? Honest enough? Give her and I have nothing to say. The way he sees me makes me hate my purity. Yeah, the way he needs me makes me sick of all his insecurity. It's the way she sees me, oh, please stand in my way. I'm the one who will make you stay all the way. She sees me. Oh, the way she sees me, I'll tear the world in two. If it first been me and you, and the way you see me.
She's actually not so bad. Like, I'm not like her because she's all alone and like I have you guys, duh. But
Who's not letting you take control of your own life? Your mom or you?
my mom.
So who's going to be most honest about your anxiety? Your mom or you?
Me.
Buzz, I understand exactly how you feel. When I was your age, I used to envision just holding my brain in my hands and fixing it.
Well, see, I would do that, but then I would die.
Luckily, I found something a little easier. Repetition.
My mom says that obsessing makes my brain weird.
It's not obsessing. To manage my fears, I count ways to be safe. "40 degrees below, blizzards through your window, the crackling fire sings. Long drives on a fall night, the way old boots fit just right, knowing whatever tomorrow brings." Get it? Food made of butter, sugar cookie cutter, snow days on a Friday, the smell of pineapple chop, or an empty bus stop, and I'm not saying I need to say, but I say because I know every tableau. I stay because I know where each thing goes. I stay because I know the world I control. The snow and the fire, the snow and the fire. There's something about winter where ice starts to glitter, too frozen to be bitter. The snow and the fire, the snow and the fire. Close your eyes and listen as the ice starts to glisten. Trust the repetition of the snow and the fire. Of the snow and the fire. Fireflies by the bay on the nightly path. They want taking a break. Crafts made of twine, proving you're fine. Scary choosing mistakes. When your arms are too heavy to carry, knowing each place to hide. I stay because I know every tableau. I stay because I know where each thing goes. I stay because I know the world I control. The snow and the snow and the snow and the fire. There's something about winter where ice starts to glitter, too frozen to be bitter. The snow and the snow and the snow and the fire. Close your eyes and listen as the frost starts to glisten. Trust the repetition, of the snow and the fire. Of the snow and the fire.
Next, in contrast to that extremely validating experience,
Aw, aren't you late for your first day of kindergarten?
holy shit, dude. Beneath that devastating exterior, Church is hiding something. Why is she always running?
Who are you talking to?
Ah, sorry, I forgot to say that to you guys. Well, you're the one who's always running and definitely lying about what happened on that mission trip.
And yeah, sure. Let's ask the question, what could possibly make the perfect church girl run away? Run away, girl. Run away, girl. Run away, girl. Run away, girl.
in a cycle of run and be the same. Yeah, they give you a name if you're trapped in a cycle of run and be the same. Run away, girl, she flies half a winner. Run away, girl, she comes back a quitter. Run away, girl, just run away, girl. Run away, girl, won't leave you a letter. Run away, girl, she'll pray to get better. Run away, girl, just run. Why is leaving all I do? Can't stay steady if it's not new. But I'm not running from the cold if I turn back every time I hear the call. Next thing I know, I'm back home. Yeah, I wanna be known, but do I keep on saying I'm just trying to be alone? No matter where I go, forgive me saying that I'm somehow still home. Run away, girl, she flies out from here. Run away, girl, she comes back. Just run away, girl, just run away, girl. Just run away, girl, won't leave you a letter. Run away, girl, she doesn't get back. Run away, girl, just run, just run, just run. Always going somewhere, still moving nowhere to go. Still feel alone, I think I know. This parasite inside me, I carry this place with me wherever I go. She's leading me home. If I could rip off my skin, count off every kind of person I've been, just exist. Maybe I could let some other girl in. Who isn't always running? Run away, girl, she flies out for dinner. Run away, girl, she comes back quick. Run away, girl, just run away. Just run away, girl, won't leave you alone. Run away, girl, she'll try to get us. Run away, girl, just run away. Run away, girl, she's tired of leaving. Run away, girl. This time, I'll try just being.
Wow, that was so pretty. Congrats on that. I can't relate, but hey, anyways, moving on.
You can't keep running away from your own truth, Bus.
I'm not.
What do you think all this is about?
A way to show what kind of police I'm trapped in because my mom isn't letting me leave.
Then just go. You don't need your mom's permission. The only person stopping you from leaving is yourself.
That is not true. It's not.
Are you scared that you don't belong here? Or are you scared that you don't belong anywhere? Or maybe you don't even belong with yourself.
Final people to meet. Hi, Mom. Grandma.
I used to hold her hand down the winter driveway. She slipped on the ice. If we didn't walk my way slow. Control. She always told me she liked the feeling of falling, so I held her tighter. Was I only stalling, or could I hear that same drop calling? Back like before, now we're an echo of back like before. Where'd her hand in mine go before? Is there a part of me that can't love the way I'm supposed to love? Is there a part of me so cold? Would you love me if I love nothing? Don't think I don't see myself as a monster, all I've ever wanted is to perfectly wander. And I know that for other mothers, love you just so easy. They don't have a daughter who looks in the mirror and sees me. I just need her. No, I just need her. I just need her to need me back before she leaves me. I wanna cut away every version of me that's here to stay. 'Cause what if I wanna break away every version of me that wants to delay. The what if I deserve to be hurt? I believe that if there was one thing I know for sure. I want to tell the truth, be a person whose worth you can prove. 'Cause what if I don't want to know the truth? I'm a person who lives on the edge of each excuse. So what if I was honest, I'd have nothing yet to give. Lying is a promise I'll put on the face and forgive. Again and again and again. Again and again and again. I can't find myself in this song and on. I can't live with myself if what I am is always wrong. When will I see I can't be what I'm not? So I'll just find myself at the bus stop. At the bus stop. I wanna know what's coming, trust what's inside me. It's not already
honest with you. And there's so much more about this town, about myself, that I've only begun to understand. Maybe next time we see each other, we can figure it out together. If I cut away the liar, every version of me would feel the fire. But what if instead of cutting away, I let all of me stay, since me is all I know? Maybe I am the one who could let me, every version of me, just grow. Just take some soil that's not too cold. If I can't find myself, I'm on and on is all I've got. Then I can't find myself in every place I never thought. Goes on and on, the memories stop. There's nothing rather try than not. So I'll just find myself at the bus stop.
All right, let's meet the writers of Lighthouse. Abs Wilson and Veronica Mansour. It was really beautiful. Very exciting to see the amazing Katie Thompson, who's also a writer herself, up here. It was also so exciting to see my Linda Hull up here. I loved her performances Anytime Annie in the Broadway revival of 42nd Street that I saw at least 5 times. Everybody else was amazing too. Also, Kirsten Anderson, I got to see her in the short-lived musical Unknown Soldier at Playwrights Horizons right before the pandemic took over. So it's amazing to have these incredible women here on the stage. Your teacher and mentor at NYU, Sarah Cooper, reached out to me to tell me, actually your mentor.
Yes.
Reached out to tell me about both of you and your beautiful work. I was immediately excited. I mean, how could you not? Even before experiencing your work, because New York Theater Barn has loved lifting up Sarah's extraordinary work as a writer, especially her collaborations with Lynn Schenkel, Hot and Perpetual Sunshine and the Ghost Girls, not to mention the Memory Show, Sarah's collaboration with Zach Redler about a mother and daughter grappling with Alzheimer's disease, which I believe was their NYU thesis when they were students. Sarah also mentioned that you come highly recommended by Mindy Dickstein, the lyricist of Broadway's Little Women. Lighthouse was initially developed in part at NYU's Tisch graduate musical theater writing program and has since been featured at Vanguard Theater's Illuminating New Voices Festival, the NAMT Playlist, and was a finalist for the 2023 Eugene O'Neill National Musical Theater Conference and a finalist for the Only Theater Vanguard Arts Fund. And as most of you out there probably know, the Eugene O'Neill deadline was today. I'm sure you all got your stuff in today. And if you didn't, you blew this year and there's next year. Other opportunities. That's it. Actually, 11:59 p.m., I think.
Pacific time.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Pacific time. We got Blair Russell, ladies and gentlemen, producer extraordinaire. And one of your songs, Runaway Girl, an incredible song that we heard tonight, is featured as one of the 3 winning songs in Taylor Louderman's Write Out Loud Songwriting Contest, a contest that I found out about because our amazing Jariah Kwame wrote the song Little Miss Perfect, which then became the musical after going viral because of that contest and showing queer children all over the world that they could be in a musical. They saw themselves there. So you have a very special singular voice as musical theater collaborators, and I feel that you are very prideful of that, and we all feel that. You met in the graduate musical theater. You met at NYU's graduate musical theater writing program, and Lighthouse is the unique creation that became your thesis project. How did you come to collaborate in the program, and how has the show changed since it debuted at NYU?
I'll start it and then you'll end it. Actually, the song Lighthouse was the first thing we wrote. We wrote it for an assignment that was like write a group number, and I was like, okay, this is my first group number I've ever written, and then Lighthouse happened. And then kind of the way our program works is that we get to write a thesis project, and Abs and I really loved working together, and so we were lucky enough to get paired up. We wanted to get paired up, and we got paired up, and so we wanted to continue that project. We kind of bonded over our shared history of Abs growing up in the Midwest, and I went to college in the Midwest, and so we started talking about what it was like to be a woman there and all the stereotypes that existed, and how we wanted to get out of our lives when we were in the Midwest, and we want to get out of our lives in New York City, and what's the real problem there? Maybe
When I asked you to submit some materials in your artistic statement, you say, when we first sat down to create the Midwestern pop country musical that has now become Lighthouse, one thing was clear. We needed to create a show about women, for women, and by women. And we wanted to create a work that allows these women to be too messy, too perfect, to be too warm, cold, desperate, confident, hilarious, painfully raw, and everything endlessly complex in between. Tell us more about who this musical is for.
Yeah, I'll start, you finish. How's that? I think, Abs and I love musical theater. I mean, we're so passionate about it, but a lot of shows that we've seen have both excited us, but also made us feel like, hey, women can be more than just, badass just for the sake of being badass. And we wanted to put women on stage that were a little weird and a little messy and a little odd, because that's who we feel that we are, and we don't always get cast as the ingenue. We're not always the perfect girl on stage or the empowered woman on stage. Sometimes we're just the girl with OCD in her room trying to write a song, So I think that's kind of where it came from, is the desire to see a protagonist like Bus who's super weird, and we hadn't seen that before. Absolutely, go on.
Yeah, and I think honestly, even the experience of working with these 6 women and with the band, and like being able to create art in a room full of women, that's not very common, and it's really, really magical, and we're just so grateful for all of the actors we got to work with this time, and hopefully everyone will continue to work with as the show goes on. And I think it's so wonderful to create a piece that isn't just maybe creating an environment by what you see on stage, but even in the community that brings the piece to life, and that feels really special.
Ooh, what a great answer. Tell us a little bit more about why the Midwest and why mental health.
So why the Midwest? Maybe, as you can tell, I'm from Minnesota, and so I think when you see a lot of shows that are about the Midwest, it's like, oh, I'm like the hanky-panky, whatever, you know what I mean? And so it's really exciting for us to create a show that, kind of Ronnie, kind of talks about this, taking these stereotypes. We got hot dish, we got cheese curds, we got cold things, and kind of showing the actual depth behind that, and these really real women who they struggle with things obviously that are very specific to where they live, but also things that are really relatable to a lot of us. Part 2.
Well, totally. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think Abs and I have our fair share of mental health struggles, and we're really passionate about that, and sometimes felt like when in our Midwestern environments we weren't always able to voice that, and weren't able to find a community, which not always, but sometimes it was just something that wasn't as talked about. We're very lucky to be in an environment now where we can, and it's certainly because people aren't talking about it doesn't mean that people aren't struggling with it, and so we wanted to portray that and highlight that, and have our voices heard in that way.
Sure, and I have a father who lives with OCD, and for him to see this presentation will be pretty special, because I don't think he's ever seen, I'm not sure that he's ever experienced any sort of artistic medium where he's maybe seen himself represented, so very exciting. Your protagonist breaks the fourth wall constantly, addressing the audience while directly controlling the set and events of the show, as we saw, a space that gives her a complexity and intensity rarely given to teenage girls in the musical theater. Ronnie also strongly believed in making this an alto-led piece, revolutionary. It's kind of nice not hearing people scream the entire time, right? I kind of say that as a joke. Ronnie also strongly believed in making this an alto-led piece featuring voices that aren't often allowed to shine on stage. Tell us more about the intentions behind these conventions.
Yeah, I mean, this is selfish. I'm an alto, and at some point, you have to stop singing Alto's Lament and Adelaide from Guys and Dolls. I mean, I think that there is a huge opportunity for women of different ages to be featured in the show, and not all women of all ages have the same voice type. And so we want Lake to be, a 73-year-old character, and what does her voice sound like? What does Cheese's voice sound like, who's a mom? And what does it sound like for 20-year-olds or 18-year-olds to not have soprano voices? And I think there's just something that I was passionate about making space for, and saying, hey, we can still have roles in musical theater that have high parts of the songs, but that the high parts are because it's a highly emotional part, and that the belting is a part of the storytelling and not just a part of, hey, isn't this fun and isn't this cool? Because I agree, it totally is. But I think that there's a time and place, and just like there's text painting with music, there can be text painting with range, and I think that's something we've been experimenting with.
Yeah, and so kind of what brought us to having this, fourth wall breaking character who's like kind of silly. So a show I really love is Fiddler on the Roof, and whenever I see Fiddler, as I see it so many times, whenever I see Fiddler, as I see Tevye, and there's this guy, who's super psychologically complex, and you love that connection that he makes with people, and it feels very unique and special. And we're kind of like, okay, cool. So what if we did this but with an 18-year-old girl, and how does that change? What kind of power does that give her, And I think it's been really exciting to see kind of how we continue to workshop that, especially with Darcy being absolutely hilarious. And I think that's just something that's been really important to us too, is finding kind of not just telling stories maybe that are more unique to what you see on stage, but also the way we tell these stories, and the way specifically I think women or female or feminine narratives kind of change the way we even conceive of storytelling.
Awesome, great answer. Fiddler on the Roof is in my top 3 favorite musicals. Love that show.
We'll never be Tevye level, but we'll try.
My top 3 are Once on This Island, Falsettos, and Fiddler, 2 Jewish musicals, and I was raised Catholic. and learned a lot about those communities from those beautiful shows. What influence has Sarah Cooper, Minnie Dickstein, and your extraordinary director, Susanna Wolf, had on the development of your show?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, with all 3 of these women, we are so grateful of how they've kind of, stepped out of their way to give us opportunities like this and really believe in us and believe in our show. And I think they're just really extraordinary role models for what it means that, once you're in this position in theater, to kind of reach down to the little peons like us, and give us a chance to be heard.
Yeah, definitely, just having their energy, and Susanna specifically, just want to say a big thank you. Kind of came in, and we didn't have that much time for director stuff because there was so much music stuff, and she was just so kind and so wonderful. And just having kind, amazing women in the room really helps us to aspire to be kinder, better women.
Awesome, last question. What's next for the show?
We didn't rehearse this. Everyone, you need to buy your tickets to Minnesota in March because we're going to have a production at St. Olaf College. But then you're going to have to buy your tickets to go back to New York because then next month we're going to have a 3-week workshop with Syracuse University's New Work, New Voices program. Runaway Girls coming out on Spotify someday. I think that's it. Someone stop me.
No, I'll stop you. After that, I think we're hoping to bring it back to the city too, and trying to do another reading or a production and seeing where it goes. So we're lucky enough to have these next opportunities be very workshop-y opportunities for us to really hone in on what we want to fix and then kind of see where it goes from there.
Yeah, so check out our website and our Instagram. They're linked on the program. If you're like, wow, I want to see more of this, just send us a little email and that should be in the program.
It sure is, but can you blurb that for our friends at home and for our friends who found this 5 years from now?
I don't know if I have the email memorized. Also, the website is Lighthouse Musical, and if you Google it, if you Google Lighthouse Pop Country Musical, it'll also pop up. I think our email is Lighthouse the Musical as well. And our Instagram just might be Lighthouse the Musical. I think there's little underscores in between the words.
Yes. Just don't Google Abs Wilson because you'll just see abs.
Yes.
let's give it up for the writers of Lighthouse. Well, that's our show for tonight. Theater Barn is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and if you enjoyed what you saw tonight, you can donate by text. The number to give is 631-710-NYTV. That's 631-710-6982.
Or you can make a donation at our website at nytheaterbarn.org/give. We're a small but dedicated team who make a lot happen with very little. And we always deliver high quality work.
I just wanted to say this is not scripted, but we all know what's happening in the world right now, and I hope that this little moment could take you out of that darkness and bring you some light tonight. We pray for peace in the world, and we pray for all human lives. Since gratitude is the attitude, I wanted to thank my co-host, Hector Flores, Jr., my co-host tonight, and my co-host in life. I'm so lucky. Our sound designer, Madeline Yara. Managing Director, Cleve Trammell. Artistic Associate at home, Pals Knox. Our incredible staff and board of directors, Inclusive Communication Services, and you for being here. Thank you for supporting live theater and the development of original musicals. Good night.